If you've watched The Shawshank Redemption, you probably have a halfway decent idea about what really goes down in prison. There's usually an entire social hierarchy within every facility, and the ones at the bottom get the short end of the straw, so to speak. There's murders, rapes and attacks on prisoners as well as the guards, and corrupt compliance ensures the process goes unchecked. There are normal prisons, however, and then there are incarceration facilities that resemble the most bleak and despairing hellholes you can imagine. Here are the most dangerous prisons in the world. Before we start, to keep up with the majestic, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Number 10. ADX Florence, USA. This facility is deemed a supermax prison, with extreme control for prisoners considered most dangerous. Inmates have to spend 23 hours a day in solitary confinement, and incidents of force-feeding and suicide are pretty high. This kind of treatment leads to serious psychological problems for the inmates. Number 9. Gitarama Central Prison, Rwanda. A prison meant for 600 people houses 6,000. Considered to be hell on earth by anyone who has seen it, the prison stacks inmates together like cattle, with barely any facilities and extreme, inhuman conditions. Danger and disease is rampant, and the conditions are unimaginable. Number 8. Unit 1391, Israel. This highly secretive detention center has been dubbed the Israeli Guantanamo. It holds volatile political prisoners and other enemies of the state, and the treatment meted out to them is disgusting, to say the least. The prison flies under the radar of most authorities, and even the Minister of Justice was not aware of its existence as the area had been purged from modern maps. Torture and human rights abuse is commonplace here. Number 7. La Sabaneta Prison, Venezuela. This prison is highly understaffed and seriously overpopulated, a deadly combination, if there ever was one. Violence and rape is commonplace, with one incident in 1995, where 200 prisoners were killed. Everyone in here carries a makeshift knife, and the prison is more about survival than rehabilitation. Number 6. Tadmor Prison, Syria. Tadmor has a reputation as one of the worst prisons in the world. The abuse, torture and inhumane treatment meted out inside the walls of this jail have afforded it a notorious legacy not easily forgotten. Prisoners were tortured by being dragged to death, or being cut into pieces by an axe. On June 27, 1980, Defense Forces massacred an estimated 1,000 prisoners in one fell sweep. Number 5. Kamiti Maximum Security Prison, Kenya. Apart from the dismal conditions of this place, which includes extreme overcrowding, heat, and water scarcity, the prison is also known for its violence. Both fights between prisoners as well as beatings by the warders are severe, and the problem of rape also remains alarming inside. Number 4. Bangkwang Prison, Bangkok. Home to inmates considered dangerous to the sanctity of the country, prisoners here only receive one bowl of rice soup per day. Those on death row have leg irons welded on around their ankles. Number 3. Petak Island Prison, Russia. This bleak prison is especially adapted to hold the country's most dangerous criminals. They utilize a system of mental and physical stress techniques to break down the will of their prisoners. The inmates are in their tiny cells for 22 hours a day. They are not allowed books, and are allowed 2 short visits in a year. The toilet facilities are also abysmal, and torture is common. Number 2. Penal de Ciudad Barrios. The ultra-violent MS-13 gang exists here side by side with the equally dangerous Barrio 18 gang, in conditions that aren't even right for livestock. There are frequent bouts of violence between most of these tattooed gang members, which leaves several people, including armed guards, dead. Number 1. Black Dolphin Prison, Russia. This prison in Russia houses the worst of the worst: murderers, rapists, pedophiles, and cannibals. Due to the nature of the convicts, the warders are just as brutal. The prisoners are not allowed to sit or rest from when they wake up until it is time to sleep, and they are also blindfolded and held in stress positions while being transported around. Do you think you have what it takes to survive in prison? Let us know in the comment, and finally, thanks for watching.